Why would a busy parent waste time playing video games? Games are for children. What's the point of trying to like them? Because we haven't had that experience, we might not fully understand what the attraction really is. We want to find those games that fit our needs, our desires, and the ones crafted to our more mature palates. The simple answer is, if your kids love video games, it helps if we at least like them a little bit. More than advice, tips, or strategies, the discovery of video games we want to play can supercharge our care of our kids who love games. But there is more to it than that. Think of it this way. When we're hungry, we don't think first of chicken dinos and ketchup. We think of that delicious chicken Alfredo from last night. Sure, we can eat the pulverized, compacted, and cutely adorned simple chicken shapes, but it's not satisfying. Our palates are more developed and we crave just a little bit more. Caring for a child who plays video games is more than setting boundaries and restrictions. It is our presence, our attention, and wisdom that deliver the real benefits. And if we never play video games ourselves, it is very hard to genuinely guide and mentor the children we love through this aspect of their lives. And before we just fake it, our kids are pretty good at telling the difference between when we care and are knowledgeable and our "that's nice, what's that again?" conversations. And we can read tons of books, watch YouTube videos like this, and even subscribing and getting notifications only sets ourselves up for success. Jumping in and immersing ourselves is the quickest and most effective path to video game literacy. Sure, we can watch our kids play games and maybe even join in a game or two, but without experiencing gaming firsthand, we lack the awareness, aka gaming literacy, that informs our parenting decisions. What are microtransactions? Why are most games online now? Why are the buttons different per different consoles? Why can this game be paused and that one can't? It's like learning to cook. Sure, we've watched others forever, but it's only when we step into the kitchen to try it for ourselves that we develop a true understanding of all the nuances and details. Aren't games just juvenile, simple, and distracting? Again, just like in the kitchen, not everything is made with our palates and appetites in mind. Maybe all we need to do is find a game that has been made for our interests and respects our time. I know that's not what we want to hear. Just like when the doctor keeps telling us coffee is not a substitute for water and sleep. But if a child avidly eats chicken dinos and grapes, and we have never had them before, it'd be pretty infuriating as they ignored our directions to try something different, maybe an avocado smoothie. But because we haven't had that experience, we might not fully understand what the attraction really is. No amount of studies, news media, or friends' advice, whatever, will replace just having a little bite. Once we understand the flavors, we can talk about it with our kids. The discussions are more of a two-way dialogue. Our kids might even feel like their opinions and desires have been heard and be more receptive to try something new, maybe mac and cheese. For video games, trying a little bite can look a lot of different ways. Sitting down on the couch beside our kids, asking to take turns, or even asking our kids to teach us their favorite game. But like those chicken dinos, kids' games are not designed to hold our attention. The detail isn't there. They lack nuance, seasoning, and will rarely surprise us. So don't be surprised if they don't capture your attention. To better understand gaming and what our kids are experiencing, we want to find those games that fit our needs, our desires, and the ones crafted to our more mature palates. There are games designed for all walks of life, cozy and relaxing before bed, or an escape into a fantasy world, maybe defeating your foes and driving them from the field of battle, or exploring the far reaches of the universe, or the vast depths of the ocean. Games can be quick escapes, or marathon endeavors over months. There are masterful storytelling games for single players such as The Last of Us and God of War. The former was adapted into an HBO series. The story has been so compelling. There are games that are easy to pick up and put down, often focused around multiplayer, such as shooters like Halo and Call of Duty, or sports games like FIFA. So no, we don't need to enjoy the same games that our kids do, but being able to talk about gaming in a knowledgeable and engaging way will open up this former blind spot to be a communication buffet. Questions will pop up from our own experience. Context we can apply from our games will fill in the gaps we didn't even know we were missing. The gaming literacy we develop enables us as parents to make more informed choices and guide our children's gaming similar to other areas of their lives. Suddenly, that mac and cheese looks a lot better. Sure, this recipe isn't my favorite, but I can put some healthy stuff in, and over time, mac and cheese can become quite involved and delicious. Sometimes it isn't about the final dish, but the journey and the decisions we make getting to it, learning and interpreting along the way as we make it our own. And one day, we hand down those skills instead of just the recipe to our kids. And before we start cooking, we need to find out what style of cuisine we like in our video games. You know what? I might be overdoing it with the cooking analogy here. Getting into video games can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. So click here on this video where we discuss what makes a video game, console, or gaming on the PC ideal for your family and how to choose. And if you find this helpful and you want more, you should subscribe because I put out tips on how we can do family gaming safely. This is Wes. Do good, play hard, game on, and I'll see you next time.